All right, guys, welcome back to the Better As You Go podcast. I think it's episode 30.
We're in the 30s now.
Episode 30.
I think we're in the 30s.
Sick. I hope you guys enjoyed today's podcast. Let us know in the comments below. Let's jump right into it. All right, Jeremy, you ready for today's podcast?
Yeah, Wesley was being a bitch last week.
Listen. I wasn't being a bitch.
Yeah, he wasn't being a bitch. He was in his mood. He was in his mood.
Stress mode.
He was in the mood.
Today we're going to be talking about jumping right into where you want to be in life. All right?
Mm-hmm.
So, most people don't...
Damn, bro. Sorry, bro. It's on my eyes. You keep going.
Some people don't think about where they want to be at in X amount of time. And I think that's a really bad thing to practice.
Of course.
I think people should always strive to figure out where their future is going to behold. I think a lot of people just kind of give up and assume that life's going to take them in a direction that they're meant to go in.
Of course, they're going in blind.
Yeah.
They have their life on autopilot.
Mm-hmm. Autopilot. And I love saying that to people because I think that makes them understand what I'm talking about. Because when I talk about these things with people, they don't really understand what I'm trying to get at, you know? They think that...
Give an example, Wesley. Give an example.
I think people think that I know exactly where I'm going to be in a step-by-step process. Now, it may be similar. Life is still going to happen.
Of course.
Right? And you're going to have your hiccups and your downfalls that you're going to have to pick yourself back up. And I think most people don't really want to take that step initially because they're afraid of something, whether that be figuring out where exactly they want to be at or thinking that they need to know their entire mission. And I, for one, don't know my entire mission. And I'm pretty sure you don't either. I don't think anybody really does.
No. I think you kind of realize what your time mission is like when you're like in your 30s or something like that.
I don't even think you really
30s or 40.
know.
30s or 40.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like at that point, sure. But I feel like also it depends on where you started in life, you know?
True.
Like for us, we started young. But, you know, someone in the 30s might just be starting. True. So I feel like it just depends on where you're starting at, you know, and how consistent you are on a daily basis to make sure that you're striving for what you want, right? And I also think people assume that when you make these goals, you can't do anything fun. I think I talked about this before in the podcast, and that's completely false, right? You can enjoy life. You can do the things you want to do. Like for me, I like playing video games, but I also have to understand that there's a work-life balance.
No, he was playing video games so much, I came over, he was playing video games without me.
I mean, you wanted to come over, and I told you I'm playing video games. And I play video games because I told you I was playing video games. But, like, every once in a while, you're going to have your time that you need to keep to yourself. And if you don't have that time for yourself, you're going to really get sidetracked and you're going to hate what you're doing. And that's not the goal. That's not the purpose, right?
Yeah, of course.
The purpose and goal is to enjoy what you're doing and having fun, right?
Yeah.
Now, there are people out there, like fucking Gary Vee or, you know, Elon Musk, who just literally go at it every single day. But most people aren't trying to be the next Gary Vee or the next Elon Musk, right?
Of course.
Some people are just trying to live happily. And I think people have a false assumption of their happiness also. I feel like some people just assume that they're going to be happy so they can stay content and be okay with the choices that they make, even though the choices that they make are not real good choices, right? Some people, you know, they fucking complain about being fat or complain about, you know, not having a social life or complain about X, Y, Z, right? But they never come up with a solution to fix that problem. So that problem just becomes a barrier between you being happy and you believing that you're happy. There's two different things, right?
Yeah.
Believing that you're happy puts a false assumption inside your brain that lets you go, you don't really need to do anything because you're already set. And I time and time again, I see people in this situation where they're just not happy. And you can clearly tell they're not happy. But they don't want to do anything to make themselves happy. So they play the victim role. And that's not a ideal thing that they should be doing, I think. I think they should really try to be focusing on who they are as a person. Like if someone comes up to you and asks you, who's Jeremy? Like you should be able to answer that, right?
Mm-hmm.
You shouldn't be, I'm an accountant working for XYZ. Like, no, like who are you? You are not represented by what you work, where you work, or what you work for. You are your person, so you need to figure out how to answer that, right? Like what makes Jeremy Jeremy, or what makes Wes Wes?
Well, look, I have a question. Where are we going with this?
We're going
because at first you talked about like we don't know where we're gonna be in the future, and then you go in like happiness, and you go in like now, like
is
it the whole process though?
It's a whole process, yes.
Because like it feels like you just like weaving, you're like weaving through.
That's the whole purpose of life. You're supposed to go at things.
Because like, and you say you didn't have a plan, which I had like a totally good thing to mention with that.
Oh well, I'm just
because you kind of just going flowing through.
Well, this is the process.
Yeah.
You can't make a plan if you don't know what you want. So
That's
you
true.
need to backtrack.
Well, like the question is like, where do you see yourself when you're 50 years old?
Yeah, that's
answer the question.
Where do I see?
Yeah, where do you see yourself when you're 50 years old?
When I'm 50 years old, I see myself owning a pretty decent sized real estate company, and Infinite Apparel is clearing millions and millions of dollars every year, and I have a very dedicated team to work for me to bring Infinite's mission about supplying jobs and experiences for people with mental and physical disabilities on a daily basis. We can bring in people and they actually get paid a decent wage and they can experience these things. Mm-hmm. At 50 years old, I want to be able to kind of be the overhead and kind of lead the team in the right direction and spend a lot of time with my family and my friends and spending a lot of time to myself and traveling and just experiencing the world for what it is and sacrificing now so I can get there.
Okay, now reverse engineer that. You're 50 years old. How are you going to see this? How are you going to get there by 24 years old?
Well, this is how we do it, okay? So first thing you do...
What do? You reverse engineer that, Westy.
Yeah.
Reverse engineer that.
I know that.
I want that in your head. Reverse engineer that. For everyone in the listening, reverse engineer is the equation. Where you see yourself at 50 years old, take that and you start reverse engineering to now.
Yeah.
And then you're going to start doing baby steps to get to that where you need to be when you're 50 years old. So therefore, we're not having this equation right now.
Yeah.
Having this problem right now.
Right. And do you think I haven't done that?
Have you done that?
Yeah, I just told you my instinct, and I work backwards. What do I do every day? What did I do yesterday, Jeremy, when I text you?
What did
I say?
You said
working, right?
No, okay. You texted me, you snapped me, and you did Google morning.
Yeah, I send those things to people. Like, also, if you're
I'll
watching this and you're one of my friends, I'm seeing which one of you guys have a personality, and holy shit, dude, it got fucking dark.
Yeah, because it's the lighting, though. Because you see the little thing right there.
Holy shit.
Don't worry, it'll be fine.
Okay. Listen, sorry about the dog podcast, but I do that to see people's personality. Jeremy has no fucking personality. I realized that he's very stale and he doesn't understand when people are joking. I've realized that. And maybe that's not a bad thing for him, but
no, this is like grammar mistake again. What the hell?
I'm not doing it on purpose.
I know.
Or on accident. I'm doing it on purpose. I'm fucking seeing which one of you guys I can play with and have fun with. But like going back to reverse engineer, like I've had this goal in my head and I work towards it. I work backwards. If I want to be like that, what do I need to get Infinite this year? Right? I have a goal to be a millionaire this year. And when I say millionaire this year, guys, I'm not talking about $1 million cash. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about assets. $1 million in assets, right?
He wants sales to be $1 million. He wants sales.
I mean, sales in $1 million would be fucking nice. We're already almost there. But the point is that most people are hunting for cash, and I'm hunting for wealth and assets and stuff. And if I understand that, then I understand where I need to be. I'm not about making money now, right? Mm-hmm. I don't care about making money now. That's not going to help me when I'm 50. What I'm worried about now is building assets. So I'm trying to buy a house. So I can literally put down fucking 3.5% on a $170,000 asset. Right there, I'm worth $170,000. Just with that, right? And if I get 10 of those, I'm a millionaire.
He wants 10 houses.
I'm a millionaire at that point, right?
He wants 10 houses, therefore he can say he has 10 car garage, but all disputed. It's all disputed everywhere else.
But no, I want houses so I can rent them out. Like the whole purpose of this mission is for me and me only.
I should just put this shit on auto.
Yeah, it's You want to reset it real quick?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and reset it. So we're gonna reset this real quick.
I'm not resetting it. It's just like I had everything on manual.
Yeah, that changed real quick. Sorry guys. It got really dark and we apologize for that. This podcast is gonna be weird now. So now it's back on auto and you can see me now. Hello. Yep, Jeremy Snap.
I can't snap with
But-
my left arm. I'm not left hand.
But like I think reverse engineering your thing. I think the first process is actually figuring out what you want. Like being honest with yourself. Like if you want cars, there's nothing wrong with that.
I want cars.
Right? I want cars too.
Wesley wants the hose too.
I don't want the hose.
He wants
I
to.
got
He
my
want.
hose.
He wants the hose like Keanu Reeves.
No, oh God, we're not bringing that up.
That was a shit movie.
But yeah, so like just being honest with yourself, telling yourself what you want, and making sure that you're not telling yourself a lie, because I feel like a lot of people tell themselves lies, like what they think they want. You know, they want a humble job and they don't want to have any money. Like that's just bad thinking. Like sure, you don't have to have money in your bank account, but having money in assets and making yourself bigger wealth is better. And who wouldn't want to bring their like, for me for example, like bringing their family out of like a very poverty. Yeah.
Poverty.
And like to me that's a big step. And also understanding money, because my family doesn't understand money. Every time my family gets money, they spend it. Right? They go, ooh, I get this money, I'm gonna spend it on something nice. But I have remade my mind to where I go, this isn't spending money. This is investing money. This is money I need to put into an investment.
Wesley
right?
says the Gucci and Louis Vuitton can wait right now.
The Gucci and Louis Vuitton can
Gucci and Louis Vuitton are doing something else.
definitely wait right now. Like, yeah, please wait. But, like, I think it's a really good practice. Just get, like, obviously, your mission is going to change over time. So you're going to rewrite it. And that's completely okay. Right? There's times where I wanted to fucking just be a fucking professional gamer. Right? And I had to change that because I realized that that's not a suitable thing for me.
I don't know. I can't do 8 hours playing video games.
No,
dude.
it's just-
One strict good video game, that sounds like a chore.
Yeah, it just sounds like a lot. Like, I like playing video. Like, I feel like if I start streaming and become a professional, I'm just going to fall out of love with video games, right?
True.
The whole purpose of me playing video games is to enjoy it.
And then you're going to become a person who uses Reddit.
I do use Reddit. But I use Reddit for self-help improvement.
Yeah, you gotta
Also, being aware of what you're using your socials for, too. This is a big thing. I think you can attest this. Like, I don't use Facebook.
I don't use Facebook either.
I
I have it, but I don't use it.
I use Facebook for strictly posting things on my business stuff. Like, I do
He doesn't
once a
post
week on this.
anything.
Yeah.
Once a week on this.
Yeah, I do once a week on this. And then my company.
Don't worry, we're going to do more on Facebook this year.
But
I have a couple ideas.
Yes,
but
we do.
Wes doesn't want to go with it.
no, shut up. I never said that. You're just lying to them.
This is my story, damn it. This is my movie. I'm directing this damn
You're
movie.
straight up lying to them.
I'm directing this movie. This is how it goes.
Anyways, if you have Instagram and like you like Instagram, you like Twitter, like it's good to
Oh, Twitter's just toxic.
yeah, but you can revolve Twitter around self-improvement. Like there's people out there that are going to write things that are going to make you feel some type of way, right?
Oh, like daily motivation, stuff
Daily
like that.
motivation,
Yeah.
stuff like that, right? And like Instagram is really good for me because like I follow business pages, and business pages like teach you business practices and like
Yeah.
what you should do, and I follow them. And those like when I get on Instagram, it's not like, oh look, fucking Cinderella just fucking got a new fucking husband, and oh my god, she's on the beach chilling with her bra on, and wow, like it's not like that. For me, it's like I get on there and I fucking literally get hit with the rock telling me to get the fuck out of my seat and do some shit. With
No,
my
the rock
life.
hitting you up, wake up at 4 a.m.
Yeah, like he's just hitting you with a bunch of shit, so it hits differently, right? So being aware of that and being aware of your situation. And also, if you guys aren't self-improvement and aren't gurus, you guys don't have to watch these episodes, okay? Like, the whole purpose of this podcast is literally...
Dude, it's in the title.
It's literally
It's in the
better as you go.
title.
Better as you go.
We go.
Or better we go.
He doesn't know the title. That's why he knows he doesn't pay attention. I'm going.
I'm gonna fucking fight you. I'm literally, like, we might get demonetized because I might kill you right now. I need you to understand that.
Don't worry. It's the morning time. He didn't want me to assault the door. I think he has PTSD because I assaulted the door last night.
Dude, my dog goes fucking crazy, and it's like, oh my
Okay.
god. And you don't stop either. It's not like one knock. You fucking just do it until I answer. And it's like, oh my god, Jeremy, stop.
No way, it's the morning time. But anyway, okay.
If you don't stop, I'm gonna fuck you up. But where was I at? Like you can completely fucking.
You're at Instagram posting because you said like you see the thing with the rocks and get your ass up.
Yeah.
And all that.
Yeah.
So like that's where you're at.
Yeah. So pay attention in that. Like just be aware. Like I don't think a lot. I think a lot of people are zombies.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't care.
Because I feel like a lot of people just want things handed to them now in generation. Like they don't have to think for themselves. They want to just be handed to it. I mean, I was like that for the longest time because when I was the baby of the family, so everything I got was handed down to me, which was helpful. But then again, like over time, I just realized like, hey, I just realized I'm not gonna use this. Like I'm just gonna abuse it, and I expect everything to be handed down to me, which was totally bad. And eventually, I just got out of it. I was like, no, I want to get this shit myself because I want to feel like I was worth something for once. And that's what really just happened.
Do you think that is what you would call like a sense of entitlement?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like that like.
No, it still happens to me this day because I am the baby of the family. And my mom just like, you're my baby. And she calls me that like almost every single day.
Yeah.
While like the oldest of the oldest is the one making like doing all this crap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that's how it is with me and my sister too.
Yeah.
I feel like, I'm out there doing things on my own, and my sister really relies on my mom a lot.
Yeah, but, like, now, since I kind of got out of that mindset, I'm, like, achieving more. So now I feel like I'm at a better place. I feel like I achieved more than my sister did. So it's just pretty cool.
That's cool. But also not comparing yourself to others.
Yeah, of course.
Is ideal.
Like, I've been not comparing myself to others. Like, the thing I always tell myself is, like, compare myself to how I was maybe, like, a year ago. Or 2 years ago, or like 5 years ago, and see where I am now. If I'm still in the same place, I'm in trouble.
I feel like
I'm fucked.
You should always be chasing yourself in the future.
I'm always
right.
Yeah.
You have a goal for like 10 years.
For me,
and your goal is to surpass that early, right? And beat yourself.
Well, yeah, of course, or just plan yourself like, hey, here's what I'll be in 10 years. If you get there in 10 years, you get there in 10 years. You get there in 11 years, you still got there. But hey, I mean, well. Better late than never.
Yeah.
Get there early, sweet. Got there early. Just make it more substantial now.
Yeah. Make better goals that are going to readjust to your timeline. Because if you can get done a 10-year thing in 3 years, it's like, okay, maybe it's not a 10-year thing, maybe it's a 3-year thing. So let's actually aim for a 10-year thing and actually get there. See if you can get there in 3 years. And it's like a competition with yourself over and over again.
Of course.
But it is nice to have people around you supporting you.
Of course.
I've been testing out people and things. I don't know if you've realized it. I don't think you have. I don't think you follow me on Instagram. But I've been posting on Instagram of people like, entrepreneurs trying to fucking better their lives and trying to make a difference in their life to message me. And no one has sent a single message. And that shows me that people are not about building anymore. People are about...
Well, how are you marketing it then?
Just making a video of me saying stuff, just talking. I've posted just a regular story, like just a plain image, and just trying to get people to do it, to see. And people are watching it. But I feel like people may have a short attention span, which I don't want those friends either. Like if you're just going to fucking skip past me, I don't want to be your friend anyways. But I mean, I've been just testing people this entire week. It's just been a giant test, just to see. And my results have came back not as surprising as I thought. The people that I assumed weren't going to try to do things, they're not doing things. And the people that I assume to do things are doing things. I think it just showed me that my friend group isn't me. And I need to adjust my group of closer friends to be lining up with my mission. Because if you're not lining your friends up with your mission, that's going to put a damper on your mission. You're going to be sidetracked, right? Mm-hmm. Like, you are the 5-6 closest people to you. So if you keep those people around you who inspire you, you are going to become that. You're going to become someone great.
I think my guidance counselor told me that one day in high school.
It's a true fact, dude.
Yeah, he was just like, I see the people you hang out with. You'll be alright. I'm like, okay. I don't know what that means. I didn't know what that means like back then, but I'm realizing it now.
Yeah. realizing now.
Because I don't need to know what the hell you are. I just gotta see who you hang out with on a daily basis.
Like, you can really tell someone who they are around their friends, you know? Like, you may be friends with them, yeah, but seeing out who they really hang out with on a daily basis is a big thing. I have an example, but I really don't want to talk about it, so we're not going to talk about that example. But it's like, you can see someone who really wanted to work towards something, right? Really did. And then they hang out with somebody who's not in that area. And they start to believe that that area that their friend is in is for them. And that's not a really good thing to think, right? That person had a lot of ambition to create something, to manifest something that is hard to do, but had so much value in making it. And then they started hanging out with some certain person, and they decided that that's not what they're about anymore. And they're going to take the other route that's easier and really quickly turn around in like self-appreciation because of a capital gain and how quick that capital gain turns, right? They're no longer about building or a mission. They're about capital gains and comfortability. And that's just, like, just seeing that saddens me. And it also confuses me as somebody who is their friend and wanted to be a part of that and wanted to help.
True, but then again, you can't really help everyone.
Yeah. And this is the conversation
yeah,
that
this
we had.
is the thing you texted me about. I was like, because like I questioned it. I questioned it for itself because I was like, you're focusing on everyone else about their problems. What are you doing for yourself? And then he was like, well, I'm focusing on myself. Well, focus on yourself. And if they want to follow, they'll follow. If they don't want to follow, then it just shows you where they want to be in life. Yeah. You can't help that.
I was really upset about that too.
It's the truth.
Yeah, I know.
And then that's what happened. And then you just stopped texting me. I don't know. I think the conversation geared towards something else.
No, I stopped texting you because I was like, you know what, you're right. And I went to work and I just started working.
Exactly.
Like, I just fucking dived in because I was like, you know what, this dude's right.
Because like I felt like I was that person. It's like, oh, I gotta help everyone else. And then next thing you know, when you start helping everyone else, you forget to help yourself. And then next thing you know, you get into depression mode.
Yeah.
And all these people was like, oh, bro, you gotta help me out. And I'm like, bro, I gotta help myself. And then next thing you know, they just move on. They piranha someone else.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think it just took someone else, more people. Like, I get told on a daily basis by her, but having somebody else to come in and also tell me, I think it just made me realize, like, hey, like, it's not you, dog. And I thought it was me for a while. I was like, fuck, dude, what did I do? Mm-hmm. You know, I started blaming myself because it's what I do. And I just got really upset because I feel like I failed, you know? And I had to realize that it wasn't me. You know, I didn't change that person.
I know, I had to put capital letters so you understand.
Yeah. But it just I mean, it doesn't take effect from the part that it's still upsetting. And it's upsetting where we go. You just gotta let it be. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you just have to let things be. Yeah.
Like, you don't see like the person in high school. Well, they picture someone in high school. He's gonna do great things, and next thing you know, like, you're wondering where he's at, and he's like some dude still in his hometown. Cause like one thing fucked him up, like maybe a torn ACL, and then like he's still in his hometown, ain't doing nothing, works at a bar.
Yeah. Yeah.
We've seen those things happen with. Well,
yeah.
Oh, I should have brought the cannon today. But no, cannon's the work gear floor.
But yeah.
I'm letting you know this is gonna be hella weird to edit.
Yeah, I know.
On my end because of the camera.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
But anyways, the main purpose, if you guys don't know the main purpose for you, I say go with me because I'm still trying to figure it out. It should be greatness. Greatness cures everything. Strive for greatness. You say, you know, I know you can do better at work. Just go be greater.
Oh, that's the book I'm reading.
What?
It's called Good to Great.
Oh, by Jim Collins. Yeah, I have that book at home.
Yeah, I'm reading that book right now. That's the book I was reading.
Yeah.
And it shows that average companies went from good to great companies, and it's just trying to explain that. I'm not finished with it. I'm just a few pages in.
He's a few pages in, aka 5 pages in.
I'm actually like 15, but but
well, we'll see where he's at next week. He might be at 30.
If you guys follow all the way to this point, look up the book Good to Great. If you're trying to aspire to be something great, it doesn't have to be business.
It should be greatness.
It just be greatness.
Just be greatness. That's all it is.
Everything.
That's literally my great. That's kind of my mission right now because I'm still trying to figure shit out. It's just greatness.
Don't play the victim. Play the conqueror. Someone tells you can't do it. Show them you can't.
I am the ruler.
But don't fucking flex on them like you can. Just subconsciously beat them. You don't want to go out and buy a Ferrari because Susan said you're a piece of shit, and you just want to prove to Susan, even though you don't want that Ferrari. Okay?
Fuck Susan, bro.
Fuck Susan.
Fuck Susan.
Fuck Susan and get your shit together. Jeremy,
What?
I think it's a good time to wrap it up here. It's 25 minutes. I like keeping them short, simple, because it keeps you guys' attention spans, and we seem to do a little better.
All right, that's true. Corden, as well, before we end this podcast, we do have a couple of announcements to make. We are focusing more, putting out more content this year rather than just a daily podcast. We might start February. Is that true? February? Either this week or February, we'll start posting a little more just to engage, just to, build the brand a little better, just so we have a representation of what our brand's going to be about. And we might market too. But anyways, we're trying to build this year. That's the main goal. Putting out more content, more quality content. I want a whiteboard. I don't know if I'm going to get the whiteboard, but I want a whiteboard.
If you guys have any ideas on what you guys want to see or any ideas in the podcast that we can do, leave in the comment section below, and then we'll write these down and we'll consider them and see why we can
invest. We're going to have this on the whiteboard.
Yeah. So if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns about the podcast or what you can do to help the podcast, leave a comment below. You can also contact us on Facebook and Twitter. Just type in Better As You Go or Better As We Go. I keep saying Better As You Go. But Better As We Go, just type that in. You'll find us. Thanks for listening to this episode. If you guys follow through, I know on these episodes I rant a lot.
He does rant.
I rant because I'm upset.
He's upset. He weeps through.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here, and he tells me the day of what we're talking about. So I'm treating this as a pop quiz of a biology test.
Yeah.
And Wesley's like, all right, we're dissecting a frog, and I'm sitting here just all right, I'm thinking we're gonna aim for the head. Oh, that's wrong. Let me just be quiet for a little bit.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm all over the place. I have a lot of things on my mind, and I just want to talk about it. This is why we started the podcast. Jeremy isn't really a talker, but we've seen Jeremy literally go from being the quiet guy to actually putting in stuff. So
putting in work, goddammit.
We changed him during this podcast.
Because even though he still tells me, we were talking about this today, I'm weaving through, what do I say? And then, pop quizzes fail.
Yeah, we'll get more organized.
I got C.
We'll get more organized. We're working on it. Sorry, guys, for the jump on this, but if you guys like this podcast, share it with your friends. Let them know that we exist, and maybe you know somebody who is going through a tough time and just needs some reassurance that they're not the only ones going through. Show them this podcast.
Yeah,
we have fucking 30. We have 30 episodes.
Yeah, 30 episodes. I want at least 52 by the end of the year.
52. I mean, we're gonna get way more than that probably.
I know. Just what I say. If you guys watch us once a week, you could have a year of us. That's the only reason why.
All right, guys. This is Better As You Go podcast.
My name's Jeremy. I'm going first. My name is Jeremy.
He's a fucking conceited bastard.
I'm a conceited bastard.
My name is Wesley, and we'll see you next time on Total Drama Island. This is my favorite cartoon. See you guys later.